Good evening. You're watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. By royal assignment, His Excellency the Advisor to His Majesty the Sultan for Economic Planning presides over the announcement of Entrepreneurship Award results. Three million square meters of land will be open to investors in the first land port in the Governorate of South Al-Batna at the level of the Sultanate. On the sideline of inauguration of Iranian products exhibition in Muscat, an agreement is signed to establish a vehicle factory in Special Economic Zone in Dukok. And the Sultanate ranks 60th in the Corruption Perception Index in the year 2015, advancing by 4 places. Those were the headlines, now the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos has received a cable of thanks from His Excellency President Mohammed Weld Abdul Aziz of Mauritania in reply to His Majesty's cable of greetings on his country's 55th independence anniversary. As signed by His Majesty Sultan Qaboos, His Excellency Mohammed bin Al Zubair, advisor to His Majesty the Sultan for Economic Planning Affairs, presided the announcement of winners of the second version of the Entrepreneurship Award 2015 in its 3 main categories, namely Entrepreneurship Award, Small and Medium Enterprises SMEs Entrepreneurship Award, and Entrepreneurship Supporters Award. Abdullah bin Nasser Al-Saidi won the Best Entrepreneurship Award, while the Public Authority for Radio and TV won the Best Media Initiative, and Samia bint Suleiman Al-Mabsaliya got the Best Home Project. Bank Muscat won the Best Financing Bank, and the Ministry of Tourism obtained the Best Governmental Supporter. The announcement ceremony, which was held at the Cultural Center of Sultan Qaboos University, included a speech on the Entrepreneurship Award and a presentation entitled Award History, about the stages through which the award progressed since the launch of the second version down to the announcement of the final results. The Entrepreneurship Award included Entrepreneurship Award, Best Entrepreneurship Award, Best Project Idea, Best Media Initiative, and Best Educational Initiative. The SMEs Entrepreneurship Award included Best Home Project, Best Micro Enterprise, and Best Small Enterprise in the industrial, commercial, and services sectors. The Entrepreneurship Supporters Award includes Best Financing Bank, Best Non-Bank Financer, Best Developmental Initiative, Best Support from Major Corporates, State-Owned and Private Sector Companies, and Best Governmental Supporter. The orientation meeting on the logistics zone in the Governorate of South Batna revealed that 3 million square meters of lands are ready for investors in the first land port line in the Sultanate. They can benefit from facilities and incentives provided by the first logistics zone in the Sultanate, which aims to put the country among the main hubs for logistics services regionally and internationally. The logistics zone will be covered or converged with seaports, airports, and land crossings. The project will be implemented in a number of phases. The first phase to establish the land port and related facilities, and its tender was awarded to a special company. Opening the door for the local and foreign investment and organizing a comprehensive symposium for businessmen in the Sultanate on the logistics zone in the Governorate of South Batna will be the most important efforts in the Ministry of Commerce and Industry during the upcoming period. This was announced by His Excellency Engineer Ahmed bin Hassan Al-Dhib and the Secretary of the Ministry of Commerce and Industry for Commerce and Industry. He added that this symposium will shed light in detail on this logistics zone and its potentials. A number of Iranian companies are participating in Iran Solo exhibition, which was inaugurated this morning under the auspices of His Excellency Dr. Ali bin Masoud Al-Sunaidi, Minister of Commerce and Industry. More details in the following report by Sultan bin Saif Al-Sarai.
Within the launch of the second edition of Iran Solo Exhibition at Oman International Exhibition Center, the Sultanate and the Islamic Republic of Iran signed a memorandum of understanding to establish the automobile factory in Ad-Dukum.
This exhibition, as you know, is the second of its kind. It has expanded in exporting products related to food, mechanical, electrical, as well as trucks and cars. We think this type of exhibition will expand the relationship between the two countries. You may understand now that we have a direct line between Sohar and Iran, a shipping line, which now happens once every 2 weeks because the level of direct trade was still low. However, with these type of exhibitions and with products bouncing between the two countries, I think that particular line is going to expand.
The exhibition, which runs from 26th to 13th of January, aims to enhance the commercial exchange between the two countries and to support both countries' businessmen in order to help small and medium enterprises to expand their businesses.
In this exhibition, we have tried to choose those people who are specialists and they have experience in the technical and industrial items. So in this exhibition, we are trying to expand our industrial cooperations on the technical and services industry cooperation. And this is the view that we have, to grow and to expand our economy both together.
More than 70 Iranian companies participating in this event, which exhibit various product segments ranging from handmade to machine-made, such as carpets, interior decoration, food, household, metal, and petrochemical products.
We participate in this exhibition to penetrate the competitive market of money market. I hope that our prices will be actually on the good level in the market, and we hope that we receive the great demand in the market and we meet the needs of the customers.
This exhibition came after last year's exhibition success, which gained huge response from various social segments. Various Iranian companies and products that showcase the efficiency and variety of the Iranian industry are here in Muscat to aware people about them. Sultan bin Saif Al-Sarai, Muscat.
Still to come in News Bulletin, the Tuareg musical instrument Imzad in Algeria is in the UNESCO Cultural Heritage List.
شاركونا في مهرجان مسقط. مهرجان مسقط 2016 ابتداء من 14 من يناير وحتى 13 من فبراير 2016.
Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman Television. The Sultanate advanced 4 positions on the Global List of Corruption Perceptions Index for 2015, occupying the 60th position on the index issued by the International Transparency Organization. It's considered as the most important indices that measure the corruption perception levels in the public sector. It sheds light on issues like misusing of authority, secret transactions and bribery. The State's Financial and Administrative Audit Institution follows up the results of this index and works side by side with the state's establishments in improving and developing performance and enhancing the Sultanate's ranking of international indices. The Food and Water Security Committee of the Shura Council continued discussion of the matter of subsidy mechanism for food commodities and feasibility of its reaching to the deserved beneficiaries. It hosted some specialists from the Ministry of Commerce and Industry during a meeting it held this morning. The committee members posed queries and questions to the specialists focused on explaining mechanisms of food commodity prices subsidy. The committee members referred to the importance of following up prices of products made by companies which receive government subsidy and the necessity to make sure of not selling products of these companies outside the Sultanate by the same subsidized prices. 30% of Bank Muscat profits will be dispensed dividends for this year, or for the year 2015. That came during the meeting of the Board of Directors, which proposed that 25% of profits will be given as cash and 5% will be as free shares. The bank kept enough volume of profits in order to strengthen percentage of the capital and to face to any challenge. The bank said that the single share of profit is 25 beza from the nominated value, which is 100 beza. In addition to the shareholders will get free shares and the percentage of 1 share free for every 20 shares. For the first time in the Sultanate, Oman Telecommunications Company Omantel launched a new Omantel television service, which is a service of televised broadcast via internet protocol using home internet service from Omantel. The service will enable clients to follow up sports, entertainment, news and international movies channels through more than 450 channels which enjoy wide viewing globally. All of that will be through HD technology and 3D transmission technology, with the possibility of rewatching the programs missed up to 24 previous hours. This service will be available in Al Moj area, Muscat Hills, Al Khawd and Ma'bela. Overcoming its disability, the Omani fine artist Safia Al-Bahlaniya continues to show her talent and creativity through an exhibition this time. The event was organized at the Omani French Center in Muscat. Safia reflected through his artistic works her great skill in drawing different topics stemmed from Omani heritage and life. The inauguration ceremony of the exhibition was presided over by His Excellency Talal bin Sulaiman Al-Rahbi, Deputy Secretary General of the Supreme Council for Planning. Developing municipal services rendered to citizens in the Wilayat of the Governorate of Al-Wusta, top discussions of the meeting held by members of the Municipal Council in the Governorate. During the meeting, the Council discussed maintenance of some service facilities in the Wilayas. It was chaired by His Excellency Sheikh Muaddad bin Mohammed Al-Yaqubi, Governor of Al-Wusta. Instilling the culture of preserving the environment and protecting its resources on youth were the main goals of the Directorate of Environment and Climate Affairs celebration in the Governorate of Wusta on the occasion of Omani Environment Day. The ceremony, which was organized in cooperation with the Office of the Preservation of Environment of Diwan of the Royal Court, included a number of various competitions to acquaint with the Omani environment potentials. It also contained a lecture on contamination of environment and mechanism of reducing them. A number of visual and awareness presentations were shown in the ceremony. A single string violin played only by Tuareg women is making a comeback in Algeria as the last of its players come from the rescue of a tradition on the verge of extinction. More details in the following report.
This is the sound of the imzad, a single-string violin played exclusively by Tuareg women in Algeria. According to an old belief, men risk a curse if they play it. The instrument has gone out of fashion among the young, so Khawlan Alamin has set herself the mission of reviving it.
Young people are only interested in television and the telephone these days. When I was younger, I lived in the desert. We took the time to learn to play and enjoy the instrument.
The instrument's discreet, refined lament traditionally accompanies poetic songs about the feats of past heroes. It was also played at courtship meetings lasting long into the night. By the early 2000s, only 2 women in Algeria still played the unique instrument. But in 2003, Save the Imzad Association was launched, and now the instrument's even on the UNESCO Cultural Heritage List.
For us as Tuaregs, the Imzad is the best instrument. It's an expression of history, of violence, peace. It expresses our culture.
The association boasts a recording studio, a dance studio, a stage for performances, and a workshop for making Imzads.
When I first arrived here, I met a woman called Sebt who used to make imzads before I did. I watched what she was doing very carefully until I started to make them myself.
The dried out half of a calabash shell is sometimes even picked from the center's own garden. The work here ensuring the music of the Algerian desert will stand the test of time.
And finally, the latest analysis of National Multi-Hazards Early Warning Center shows that the northern parts of the Sultanate will be affected by upper air trough starting this evening and will last for 3 days. Fresh northwesterly winds are expected to blow over the most of the Sultanate, associated with noticeable decrease in temperature and dust-raising winds. The seas are expected to be moderate to rough along most of the coast, with the maximum wave height ranges between 2 and 3 meters. The weather is expected to be cloudy to partly cloudy skies over Governorate of Musandam, coastal areas of Sea of Oman and Hajar Mountains, with chances of isolated rain from this evening until tomorrow night. The Public Authority for Civil Aviation advises members of the public to take precautions during low visibility. It also urges fishermen and seagoers to make sure about the sea condition and follow the latest updates by National Multi-Hazards Early Warning Center. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we enter tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. By a royal assignment, His Excellency, the advisor to His Majesty the Sultan for Economic Planning, presided over the announcement of Entrepreneurship Award results. Three million square meters of land will be open to investors to the first land port in the Governorate of South Al-Batina at the level of the Sultanate. On the sideline of inauguration of Iranian products exhibition in Muscat, an agreement is signed to establish vehicle factory in a special economic zone at Duqm. And the Sultanate ranked 60th in the Corruption Perception Index in the year 2015, advancing by 4 places. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here in the newsroom and the studios, thanks for watching. Good night.